Hi, I'm Neha, your project management buddy. As a part of PMP exam preparation, today we will be solving a few scenario-based questions from the project management fundamental concepts based on PMBOK. One thing that I would want to suggest you is, before we move on to each of the questions, pause your video for 30 seconds, read the question, and then unpause it so that we can solve the problem together. So let's get started. Now let's look on to the first question. A project team member is speaking with another team member and complaining that many people are asking him to do multiple tasks. If he is from functional organization, who has the power to give directions to the team member? Now this question aligns to the organization structure from the project management concepts. And in case of a functional organization, the functional organization is divided into multiple functional units. For example, finance or HR or marketing. And each of these functional units have a functional manager who has team members reporting directly to the functional manager. In some cases, a project manager also reports to the functional manager in the functional organization. Now let's look at the options. So the first option is the project manager, which is wrong. The second option, it gives the right answer, which is a functional manager. Going to C and D, which is the team member and the PMO, again is the wrong answer, because in a functional organization, functional manager has the power to give directions to the team members. Let's move on to the second question. I would just suggest you to pause the video for 30 seconds, read the question, unpause it, and then let's solve it together. A plan-driven organization is trying to move towards a more adaptive approach. As a part of this process, you have been asked to manage the organization's first hybrid project. What can you expect? Now the question says that a plan-driven organization, which is a waterfall or a predictive organization, is moving towards an adaptive approach, which is an agile approach. Now, as a part of this process, you have been asked to manage the first hybrid project. What is a hybrid project? A hybrid project is the one which uses both the approaches from the waterfall as well as the agile. So it's an intersection between the agile and the waterfall approach. Now, what can you expect? So if you look at the question, it is very ambiguous and it doesn't provide you a very crisp knowledge of your project's objectives and the goal that you're trying to achieve. So let's look at the options. The first option says the team will be using both agile and predictive practice in each iteration. Now this might be true, but according to the question, you aren't aware of the fact that what kind of a project you would be expecting. So it's not a very complete answer if you look at this question. Second one is you will plan the project with the usual predictive process, and then the team will use agile practice to implement the plan. Now, when you're executing a project, it does not necessarily have to have the sequence of you using the predictive approach to plan the project and then use the agile practice to implement the plan. Now, a hybrid project depends on the scenarios and the objective of the project that you want to execute. So again, this is not a very best answer for the question. Moving on to the third one. For each part of the project, you will need to choose either agile practice or plan-driven practice. Again, choosing either agile, plan-driven, or a hybrid approach for each part of the project is valid. But then, you are not sure whether you need to kind of choose agile or plan-driven practice. It's a very ambiguous answer as well. So let's look at the last one, which says you need to design the best balance between agile and plan-driven practice based on the needs of the project and the organization. Now, looking at this answer, you know that, since it's a hybrid project and there aren't much details given about this, project, you need to kind of design the best balance of agile and plan-driven practice based on the needs. So based on the need of the project, you would be designing the best approach. So this is the right answer. Let's look at the third question. A project manager is managing her second project. It started 2 months after the first one did, and both the projects are still in progress. Though her first project is small, the new project seems to be quickly growing in size. As each day passes, the project manager is feeling more and more in need of help. The project manager has recently heard that there was another project in the company last year that was similar to her second project. What should she do? Now let's look at the options. The first one is contact the project manager for the other project and ask for assistance. Well, there are many things that a project manager can do, and asking another project manager for assistance might not be the best choice because the other project manager might not be an experienced mentor. So his or her advice might not be adequate to help this project manager. The second option says obtain historical records and guidance from the project management office, which is PMO. So this seems to be a good, answer because a project manager can actually look into the historical records and get the specific guidance from the project management office, where a dedicated project managers who have similar experience can help her resolve her queries for the current project. So this can be a probable answer, B. Looking at the third one, wait to see if the project is impacted by the growth in scope. Now, waiting to assess the impact on the project is actually a reactive approach, and being a project manager, the project manager should be more proactive, right? So C doesn't seem to be a good answer. Looking at the D option, make sure the scope of the project is agreed by all the stakeholders. Well, getting an agreement on the scope of the project is good, but it's not a best choice according to the question that we have. It would be helpful although, but it's not specifically addressing the issue that we have in this situation. So again, this doesn't seem to be the right answer. So if you see option A is not right, option C is not right, option D is not right, so option B is the right answer. So thanks for watching my video. If you like the content or in case you have any questions, queries regarding the questions that we discussed in the topic today, feel free to put it out on the comment section. And if you like my video, do give it a like, a share, and subscribe to my channel below.